I never knew a deep freezer could destroy a marriage. It all started 2 years ago when my husband Emeka brought home this massive, industrial-sized higher thermal freezer. It was white, shiny, and looked big enough to hold a whole cow. He told me he was starting a cold room business, importing turkey and chicken. I was so happy for him. Emeka was a hard-working man, or so I thought. But right away, things got strange. Instead of putting the freezer in the kitchen or the store, Emeka insisted on keeping it in our guest room. It needs special ventilation, he lied. Then he did something that made my spirit uneasy. He installed 3 heavy iron padlocks on the freezer. 3 of them. He wore the keys on a thick chain around his neck and even slept with it on. Babe, why all this security? I asked one night, trying to touch the chain. He slapped my hand away. His eyes turned dark, a look I had never seen before. Business is business, Nika. Don't ever go near that room. If you open that freezer, the goods will spoil, and we will lose millions. So I kept quiet. I wanted peace in my home. And honestly, the money started rolling in. Within 6 months, Emeka bought a Benz. We moved from our small flat in Ikorodu to a beautiful duplex in Lekki. He was making money like he was printing it. But while our finances were rising, my own family was falling apart. My younger brother, a first-class graduate, suddenly went mad back in the village. My mother fell and broke her hip. She's been bedridden ever since. My sister's boutique in Balogun Market burnt down mysteriously. I spent my nights crying, wondering why so much bad luck was following my bloodline. Emeka would just comfort me, give me money to send to them, and say, God gives and God takes. Then came the week that exposed everything. Emeka had to travel to Abuja for an emergency contract. He left on a Tuesday morning. Don't touch the guest room, he warned me 3 times before he left. On Wednesday night, the transformer on our street blew up. Total blackout. I tried to start the generator, but it refused. The mechanic said the engine had knocked. I was frustrated, but I wasn't worried. Not yet, until Thursday afternoon. I was passing by the guest room when I smelled it. It wasn't the smell of rotten meat or spoiled turkey. It smelled like rust and old coins. I looked down at the bottom of the freezer door and saw a thick, dark red liquid seeping out onto the white tiles. It looked exactly like blood. Panic gripped my throat. If the turkey was spoiling, why was it bleeding like a fresh goat? I didn't care about Emeka's rules anymore. I called the welder on our street. Oga, please come and break these locks. My husband's goods are spoiling. The welder came with his heavy iron cutter. Kaput. The first lock fell. Kapeka. The second one broke. Kapeka, the last one hit the floor. My heart was beating so loud I could hear it in my ears. I slowly lifted the heavy lid of the freezer. I screamed. I screamed so loud the welder ran away in fear. There was no turkey inside. There was no chicken. The freezer was filled with blocks of ice. But they weren't clear ice. They were red. And inside each block of ice was an object. In the first block, I saw a familiar wristwatch. It belonged to my brother, the one who went mad. In the second block, I saw a piece of wrapper. It was my mother's favorite Ankara fabric. In the third block, I saw a burnt calculator. My sister's calculator, e8e, had stolen items from my family members, frozen them in what looked like blood, and used their destinies to fuel his wealth. As long as their items were frozen, their lives were stagnant, but that wasn't what made me faint. At the very bottom of the freezer, in the biggest block of ice, was a picture. It was a picture of me, and next to it was a date written in red marker, expiry date, December 25th, 2025. I'm currently hiding in a hotel in e8e. My phone is switched off. e8e has returned to Lagos and has been calling my sister, asking where I am. He doesn't know that I have pictures of what was in that freezer. My family, they think I'm crazy. They're telling me to go back home and not destroy my marriage because of superstition. They don't know that I am supposed to die on Christmas Day. What should I do? Please, I need your advice. Let me know in the comments below, and please subscribe for more stories like this. You never know who you're living with.